Greetings, Black Light. Once again, today you're just going to hear my sound of my voice and look at this chessboard. We're not going to go to the screen. My internet is acting up today. Could be the weather, or it just could be them trying to scramble my signal. Uh, I'd like to thank my recent subscribers because my numbers is growing. So maybe you like the sound of my voice and what I'm saying, but I appreciate. Now I know that everyone that's subscribing, don't have to be friendly. Some of them could just be the enemy dropping in. But see, the advantage that I have over other brothers in the Nation of Islam and brothers in the Black Power movement and Black Conscious movement is that I got a vast experience and a variety of experiences. My family tree is a unique tree because I never grew up in the church. A whole lot of your brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam were converts from Christianity to the Nation of Islam, or from the streets to the Nation of Islam. I was born in 1946 into the teachings of the Nation of Islam that stayed with me no matter what changes my parents went through and my relatives went through that was in the nation. I experienced also some street experiences, also some real ass uh, white supremacy. But by me being born into the nation at, and getting internal, see, I wasn't just, I was a brother that just didn't, for some reason, I just wasn't getting the teachings, but I was eternalizing the teachings at such a very young age. And then I had the chance to go out and compare the teachings with other teachings. And the knowledge with other type of knowledge. And my, my, my footsteps were being guided. And I believe I was made for this here time, this moment in time. I was learning as I went. I was trying to figure things out because I'm a type of guy that I don't like. I recognize who the Caucasian was. I recognized who he was at a very early age. And my people, they really had to teach us, but they didn't have the teachers internalized. They didn't internalize the teacher. And then I tried to figure that one out. I say, why they didn't internalize the teaching? Because they was focused on getting paid, getting money. Subliminally, subliminally they were trying to please the white man. They thought they were trying to please themselves, but they were trying to please the white man. And there's a lot of brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam right now that's doing that, because the reason why I know that they haven't internalized the teachings, because when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad died and Wallace kind of broke things up, Wallace and Farrakhan kind of broke things up, they didn't pick the flag up again. They didn't pursue the blueprint that Elijah had on the table. Because I heard him in some of his lectures say that he wanted the entire south side of Chicago. I heard him say he wanted to build a black hospital. Because what he looked like, talking about the Caucasians, the devil, and he gets sick, any of us get sick, we have to go to their hospital. And even though Wallace sold all the farms and every business that they had, they never did try to regain them after all this time. It's been over 40 years ago or more. They certainly, the only thing they did was complain about what Farrakhan is doing and what Wallace did. But none of the brothers who don't roll with Farrakhan or who roll with the Orthodox, what Wallace was trying to push over, they ain't doing nothing but talking what they used to have. So they living off the past reputation. They still in the storefronts, some of them, or in basements. And none of them built. They didn't even do what the so-called Arab, Middle Eastern Muslims over in Dearborn. They came over here and then they got mosques built up, beautiful mosques. They got their schools running. Then they took over Dearborn. And these brothers ain't took over Detroit. They're still in them little small, little tiny spots. So, quite naturally, you know, when someone attacks the nation, they attack Farrakhan, they're going to attack the Honorable Elijah Muhammad too, and Master Farad Muhammad too. Even though the nation of gods and earth, their father was 13X, Clarence 13X. They moving in a little bit better pace, especially them brothers up in New York. They more true to the game than the brothers in Detroit. The brothers in Detroit had stars in their eyes. They had them dollar signs in their eyes. A lot of them got into the drug game. A lot of them just didn't believe in what was being taught. They didn't internalize the teachings. So now, up until today, you know, the businesses have been dwindling. Black businesses have been dwindling, and the Chaldeans and the brothers, as you say, the Middle Easterners came over here, took all the businesses over, but they're not really Muslims. They think they are privileged because they carry the names of Allah and they speak Arabic, and they just automatically say they're Muslims. But when you come over here, you're not practicing Islam, not the whole entire system of Islam. You're practicing capitalism. You in the Jews system of adding interest onto the dollar, getting people in debt. And I see you do that. Islam ain't just going praying 5 times a day, you know. And because you're getting over here in the United States, you are successful over here. Yeah, the United States gonna give you more privileges than the so-called black Negro slave because you gonna dominate them. You gonna take over their businesses, take over their neighborhoods, take over all the real estate, and have these brothers, especially those ones that follow Wallace. Wallace didn't do nothing but made drones out of them brothers, you know. And they got them brothers talking against the Nation of Islam. A lot of them was in the Nation of Islam. But you that Arab, so-called Arab's brother, I mean, drone, you doing they bidding. You ain't got no capital of your own. You ain't got nothing your own. Everything is what they got. So you taking their crumbs off the table. I mean, they giving you their crumbs. You pimping them. But no, they pimping you, really. So you're in the same shape. Some brothers, you know, they got nice sized masjids. But not here in Detroit. They in there with those so-called Arab foreign born Muslims. They go in Dearborn and worship. And them brothers, them the ones that's bowing down to them. So I used to hang with them. I used to hang with some of them Orthodox brothers. See, I got a vast experience because I moved in a whole lot of different circles just to learn and see who was real and who was fake. Stay tuned, Black Light.